Welcome to the Savvy Podcast with me, Helen, and my amazing guests. Every week, we'll be bringing you experienced pet pros and specialist experts covering all aspects of the pet industry. Brought to you by Savvy Pet Spa, the global booking software for pet professionals everywhere. Now let's get this podcast popping. Hello, my wonderful pet peeps. How's it going, you wonderful pet professionals out there? Another Savvy podcast where we talk to wonderful professionals within the industry. But obviously, first of all, we need to talk about Savvy Pet Spa. It's the most amazing software ever and the most popular software out there as well. So if you're looking for good software, you know where to come. So I'm going to introduce you to my next guest. I'm going to read it out because I've written it all down here just to my right, so bear with me. So my next guest, honestly, I met him at Colin Taylor's show last year, and we had a really good old chat, and I got on with him really, really well. But I couldn't take my eyes off his product because I'm quite sceptical about some of these products that you see out there on the market. But I was fascinated, so I went over and we had a good old chat, and we went from there. And I've used his product on my own dog, so I will introduce you. So not only is he a UK-based product developer, he's actually a bit of a chemist as well. He's a pet owner, and he is probably one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life, really, to be fair. He is, yeah, I say that, but honestly. So he owns a business called Tilly and Family, and he is the master of all things Tilly, really. It was created out of a very special event, a sad event, but it's created out of a special event that happened in his life. But he is the most amazing person, and I'd like to introduce you all, my wonderful friends, to Alex Pierce.
Hello.
Welcome.
How are you, Helen?
I'm very well, thank you. We've got to re-record this, haven't we? So I've got
We have. Our beauty broke the internet the first time.
I know, we were just far too fabulous. We're far too fabulous. So Obviously, not a lot of people know about Tilly. It's a new product, and I know you've been pushing it hard, far and wide. And I do know that those customers of yours that are using it are absolutely blown away by it. And I also know that it's probably one of the best features of it is the uniqueness of how simple it is, but also how small it is. So it's very compact.
Yes.
So before you tell us about that, tell us a little bit about you got into Tilly's.
Oh, well, Tilly, as you can see up there, one of my little characters that helped me in the family make all the magic. I was petrified of animals. I wouldn't go into a house if there was a cat, a dog, no way. Fish, I was skeptical about as well. And one Christmas, my family took me to what I thought was going to be a party, to a barn on the outskirts of Bath, where I'm from. And the door was opened and it was Labrador puppies everywhere. I go into a cold sweat. I don't know what I'm doing there. My family are like, Al, one of those is yours. And I said, nah, that's not going to happen.
Run away.
Run away, petrified. I stand in the ring, so to speak. They're going at my feet. They're nibbling away. I'm
not going to help your anxiety.
Not going to help me. I'm 6'2" and 14 and a half stone. But at that moment in time, I was like someone from Lilliput. I was petrified. And I didn't want anything to do with it. And the breeder, I was like, I just don't want this. She goes, right there. Well, you ain't got a chance now, mate. You ain't got a chance. And I was like, why? Look, she's sat in your trainer. She's yours. And Tilly had sat in my trainer that I'd taken off. And it was a love story. And from that moment, I doted on her, slept on the floor with her for 3 months. Me and her got to know each other. She helped me in huge ways to do with certain issues with myself, kind of therapy dog, and basically opened me up into the wonderful world of animals.
She used to do something that was very unpleasant, didn't she? I remember you telling me.
Oh, yes. Well, obviously,
this is where Tilly's came from, yeah.
This is where the invention came from. Well, because I'd never had an animal, I could not get my head around why the obsession with fox poo, badger poo, sheep poo, any poo.
Seagull poo.
Yes, seagull poo, of course. Yeah, on trips to the beach. Rob loves that. Couldn't get my head around why. And I tried everything in her lifetime to get it out, because every time I took her out, she found it. And I know there's plenty of dog owners out there, especially a lot of groomers, who have a massive issue with this. They can't find a product that will properly strip the toxins out, etc., etc. Well, now you have one.
Yep.
And I invented it, and I invented it through the love of not wanting to harm her. And I invented it not completely in perfection, but the initial stages were invented towards, before she went to doggy heaven. Yeah. And how do I say this? I still get very emotional when thinking about it, because she would let me know when she was in pain. And I knew that every time I used toxic chemicals on her.
She reacted really badly, didn't she?
Really badly. Like, a lot of her fur around here by the end of her life had gone because of, people were telling me to use ketchup, vinegar. And of course I didn't know. So I used this and thinking it was fine. And obviously now I know, and I feel.
Well, we've had this in previous podcasts, and I'll say it often, people forget how much of a percentage the body is, the organ is of skin is the body, and the skin absorbs it, whether we like that or not, and that's us and our pets. So we do have to be careful and mindful. So I think I'm very pleased and I'm proud that you've managed to create something that's so natural. So tell us about what there was before Tilly's. What was there before Tilly's product? Because I know you've put your heart and soul into this. So we'll get on.
Oh yes, well I wanted to make a product that was completely natural. I'm kind of on that tip with stuff for myself, anyway. Started to look around in the market. Lots of things would say they're natural. Are they? I don't know. And I tried to form a liquid. And you cannot make an all-natural liquid. It needs binders. It needs sulfates. It needs to keep...
And preservatives. There has to be preservatives in the UK. Yeah.
So it's in the same way that for our shampoos. Do you know what I mean? But we have the ability to talk and say if we're in pain and say, I don't want this. Mummy, my hair hurts from this, but obviously dogs can't. Well, they can, I believe, to a degree, but not in
the dog owners know when their dog's not right.
Yeah, but in general, they're not going to tell you if you wash them in something that gives them, say discomfort.
Well, and often as groomers, as you know, retired groomer, often as groomers, we won't see the after effect of something that's had a reaction on a dog's skin until it's too late.
Too late.
There's that period of time from the absorption to the reaction. Sometimes we're lucky enough and there is an instant reaction. That's very rare, but we don't see that time from the absorption rate to the reaction rate.
No, of course, and if you use something over time and you're just used to that and you think that's fine because that works for you and the smell of bubble gum's all right for you, then you know what I mean? Then you wouldn't know. And I'm not trying to attack or criticize anyone. A lot of people don't know this. And through the research that I put into it, I discovered that the way to do it properly was to create a bar. So I've created a shampoo bar. Now, it's a new concept, and I know that a lot of people I've met, come on, that doesn't make sense.
I did exactly the same thing. What was my face like? Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. That looks
I've tried this before.
That looks like a bar of soap. However, when I do a demo later on, and Helen will testify to this as well, what is created with the exfoliating mitt is given with the shampoo bar is a lather that, quite frankly, you can't get from a liquid shampoo anyway. It's a very the bubble. I can't explain to you. The only way I can explain to you is like this: if you whipped up that point before eggs get really peaked and make a meringue, it's that point just before. That's the only way to describe it. The smallest, finest, almost like micro bubbles. The much easier to get into the coat. Yes, that's I never even thought of being explaining like that way. The bubbles are tiny, tiny, tiny. Liquid shampoo, a lot of them. Oh my God, look at this. Woo, woo, woo. This is a thick, it's a thick concentrate with tiny bubbles that will go right into the fur, but also into the skin underneath as well. So with double coats, it works as well.
Yeah.
And because of the way that I've invented it, it's also a one rinse thing.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of water usage.
There is a lot of water use, and I've said this to you before. It's a brilliant concept for mobile groomers or curbside groomers. I've literally just been talking to a curbside groomer about your product. So you've got four bars for pets, and you've got a horse bar as well. Do you have them there? Can you show the audience what they look like?
Yep. So this one here is the comforting one. So this is made by Fleur. Me and Fleur, we make that. And it is rose and vanilla. So rose and vanilla, the essential oils are quite simple.
You the bag to show us? So you can
Oh yeah. Sorry.
You can look at this. If you pop it out the back so we can look at it while you're talking about it, that would be brilliant. You can hold it up and turn it around.
Let's tell you what, I can hold up the bag.
Yeah.
And show you another one. So this one is bergamot and lemongrass. So
that's what I was looking at. That was my favourite smell.
It is great. I will explain the colours in a second for what they mean. You get a glove with it as well, and a lovely little Hessian bag. So it's all eco-friendly. It helps the environment.
And those bags dry really quickly as well, because when I bath iron in the one I have, I just hang it up on the shower hose and it just drip dries within no time at all.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm very proud, but it took me a long time to get the right components in there.
You're exacting. I would use the word exacting, because when I talked to you on the phone the other day, because I know you do a lot of work behind the scenes getting ready for the shows that are up and coming through the year. And when I talked to you on the phone the other day, and you were like, I'm just getting this mix right.
Yes. Yeah. And that's one thing as well. Me and my team, we hand make it. So it's QC'd. I QC everything. There won't be a bar that comes out that isn't, I mean, how do I explain it? It's got the nurture, the care of my invention, but also my team make it like I do. And
can you tell us about the 4 different bars, what they do then?
Okay.
Well, in brief, yeah.
In brief, the grey on the bottom is activated charcoal. That is the number 1 fox poo eliminator naturally. That will strip back toxins. It pulls out the smell. It takes all the toxins away completely from the fur and the skin in a completely natural way. I also make it with coconut oil. So there's only 5 ingredients. Coconut oil.
You don't give all your ingredients away, all those competitors will be pinching it.
Well, they can't make it like me, so I don't know. No worry on that. No worry on that.
Great answer.
Distilled water and the essential oils. Now, the essential oils that I put in, so bergamot and lemongrass, that is your favourite.
Yes.
That is wonderful to repel ticks, flies, and midges.
It's a natural insect repellent as well.
Yes.
So that's great for your spaniels, guys. Anybody that's got
they all get stuck in there.
Dogs, they get beating dogs up. That'd be great, yeah. Or just a dog that want to reach around like my dog and roll in everything that is expelled from anybody's body.
Yes, yeah. And any dog that has long hair that loves to go in the grass, they're going to pick up that stuff. I mean, lots of owners I come across at shows, my dog's not like that, like 1 stroke. And I'm like, well, yeah, okay.
Well, harvest mites literally will sit in the grass as soon as it starts warming up, and they will sit and wait.
And they wait.
Like a tick, yeah.
Oh, it's like a game. They hold on there and they can't wait.
It's very hard to get rid of harvest mites, so yeah.
But this will naturally get rid. I was at a show, where was I at? New Forest show last summer. A lady comes up to me, a eventer. It's a big horse show. And her spaniel, she came over and she was saying, I can't get rid. There's midges like everywhere. There's flies, blah, 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 blah. My dog is out, blah, 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 blah. I said, look, come to me. I'll give your dog a full groom, and we're camping there. Gave the dog a full groom there. Well, not completely full groom, probably a good 10 minutes, scrubbing away. She came back to me the next day, absolutely amazed. He was like, oh my God, overnight he wasn't attacked by anything. Not one thing.
Yeah.
So I'm so proud that I've made, well, no, you want to know about the rest of them. Lavender Rosemary.
Yeah.
Which is this one here. Yeah. Purple with that. That's wonderful for calming dogs with anxiety. Obviously cleans, but it's also brilliant to just put behind the ears before they go to sleep, so it gets into their fur, into their skin, and it gets into their bed.
And it's safe to leave. It's safe to leave the lather there as well, isn't it?
Yes, because it's completely natural. Leaving it on doesn't. It's it's not going to harm. It's not going to harm. It's kind of like medicine as well, and that's why I formulated the oils as well, because they all have properties which help the dog, not just for their smell.
Would it be, I'm going to ask, because I know there could be groomers out here who wants to ask this question, and I know the answer, but I'm going to ask it on behalf of all the groomers everywhere. They're going to be thinking, hang on a second, could I use a stripping shampoo first and then one of those after? I mean, obviously, some of the stripping shampoos are not natural, because we know that shampoos have, emulsifiers and preservatives, and they're not natural. But if they had as natural as possible shampoo and then use that as a secondary, because some groomers do 2 washes. So that would be feasible to do that way.
Oh, completely.
That would be cost effectively better, because you're using less water and less product.
Yes. Oh, completely. I mean, the coconut oil, it's a 2-in-1 bar. You have the toxin stripper, and you have the coconut oil that nourishes the skin, and each of the 4 bars has their essential oils, which have their different jobs, so to speak.
Yeah.
So there's the rose and vanilla one that I showed you, the bergamot and lemongrass one, lavender and rosemary for calming. And then I also have a puppy one, the puppy pamper one. And that is a kind of introduction for puppies when they're small, which has rose and bergamot.
But that's perfect, but one of the things, especially with puppies, one of the things that they can be reactionary to is water. So a lot of groomers, new groomers and inexperienced groomers, not new groomers, because not all new groomers do it, wrong with me, Alan don't, is they'll pop a dog in the bath and then they just put a jet of water onto them, rather than wetting the glove and then putting the lather on. So
thank you, Helen.
And it would be, I think that's a better approach for young dogs.
Yes.
In the grooming process. And that's not just for groomers, that's for groomers to then sell on to owners as well.
Yes, we do that. They can set up a little franchise where the mums and dads go, oh my God, the dog's so soft and the allergy, the softness has gone down. Well, I'll tell you what, you can buy one of these, use them at home for patch washes, so you don't have to do the full groom. It's not going to take the job away.
Wait for dogs coming off the beach or off from
exactly. And with the glove and the bar, and I should give you a demo like in a bit. It's not difficult. It's not a hassle. If you're on the beach and they've rolled in something, you just lather it up, rub it on, get the majority of it off, and wait until you get home.
And most people carry a bottle of water with them anyway, because when they've got hot.
Yeah, of course, and it doesn't.
I'm dying for you to show it to me.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, well, come on. So a quick demo.
Okay.
I love that.
There we go. There's my little bath.
This is a bath I made earlier.
Yeah. So, obviously, I can't. But that is a dry glove. Okay.
You can see it's dry because it's quite.
Yeah.
The fingers
dry bar. The way I make them as well is they're not going to dry.
Do you want to wet half the bar so they can see it's a dry bar?
Okay.
If it'll work on camera, it might not. There you go.
Not, but you can.
There you go.
There. Okay.
It definitely looks wet now. It wasn't wet before. Yep. Go on then. Dry glove. We believe you, Alex. We believe you.
So with dry glove, and you wet the glove there. So the glove is just wet.
And I just want to say, guys, Alex has got hands like shovels. Just so that fits on his hand, that fits on yours.
And then the bar is wet. So if you imagine you're on a walk and you just wet them both, and this is what you get. Straight. Is the camera? Am I close enough? I don't want to go over my.
Yeah, you can see it.
Can you see that? That is what you get. Straight away.
Yeah, and it does look like that point before.
So look, it sticks to the glove. Look, it's sticking.
Can you just slide the lather it up? You know the squishy thing, and then your other hand so the girls can see it and the guys can see it on your other hand.
I just don't want to get it on my laptop. Wait.
No, don't get your laptop. That's not.
There we go. Can you see that there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Look, and also as well, once it interacts with the fur and the hair, it just grows. You can see it's just growing. So for it's quality and quantity of washes. Go
on, sorry.
No, Laura and I, my business partner, we wanted to create a product that was quality, but the quantity would be would outweigh the competition. So that there, as you can see, you will get from that just one rub. You've got a patch wash for a owner on the beach there. Look at it. It just carries on. And I wish Elon Musk would invent like smell-o-vision soon or something.
Smart minds. And you do like sample packs, don't you, for people if they want to try them?
Yes.
Sample packs.
Yeah, of course. All you have to do
about that. It's like groomer kits, which you give a 20% discount on, I believe, in your groomer kits.
That's correct. Yes.
Okay. What's the code? Remind me, is it PUP20?
PUP20. Yeah.
PUP20, yeah. And that's on your website, which is tillyandfamily.com.
tillyandfamily.com. Yes, that is my business. Yes, tillyandfamily.com. But look, it's still going now. You know, it's magic. Yeah. And what else were we saying? So I get so excited about this. There's so many.
We were saying about having some samples. So if anybody wants to try some samples,
yes,
they can contact you. So they go into the website.
Or phone us. We're a company that loves to have phone calls. You know, emails get lost in the ether, or text messages, and groomers are busy all the time, and it's very But if you've got a moment, one of the team will answer. Okay.
Do you know the number? Because I don't know the number.
01225 967777, or my number is 07395 793 350. 07395 793 350.
I know, it's on speed dial on my phone.
There you go. So feel free to phone me at any time.
Oh, Anushka's come to join us.
Hello, Anushka.
Anushka wants to say hello to everybody. Here's Anushka, everyone. Sorry, never work with dogs and children.
Yes, or do, because it doesn't feel like work.
Yeah, well, not when you're filming, it doesn't.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So they can buy a groomer kit from you. Are there varying sizes of the groomer kits? Or
yes, we do a groomer kit that you can start with 3 bars, so you can mix and match, and that is for £35. You also get a small balm with that. I haven't spoken about the balm that make as well. A small balm with that. It's not only amazing for the dogs, for the creases, the noses, and the paws, but also for the groomers themselves. It's incredibly
having chapped hands is horrific.
And it sorts that out. Obviously, I can't promote that completely because we're not accredited for human use, accredited for animal use.
But if somebody buys it, I can recommend it.
Of course you can. Of course you can.
I recommend it.
Out my hands.
The balm is good, guys. I'm just saying. I may or may not use it on my lips every now and again.
Yes, there we go. And we've had great feedback on that front as well. So you get 3 bars, a small balm. You get a little soap dish for each bar. You get the gloves, and that's £35, and we'll give you a discount on that. Mm-hmm. Most groomers, what they go for is they go for the 9 bars.
Yeah.
It's the 9 gloves, the soap dishes, and the large balm.
Yeah.
Because that's just for the postage, and that's £95, but with the discount. And
if you think a bottle of shampoo, if you go for a large bottle of shampoo these days, like a 5-litre bottle of shampoo, you're talking between £30 and £60. Right. And now I know, and a lot of people out there, and don't get me wrong, I think there's a place for both.
There's a place for everything, yeah.
There's a place for both, So for me, you get a lot of wastage with diluted shampoo. The thicker the shampoo, the more it stays on the coat. That makes sense. Anybody will tell you that. So a lot of people will go for a better dilation rate. So if it's a very weak dilation, then it's not very good. So if by default you're aware that something that is thicker stays on the coat longer, surely by natural
logic
and logic, you're going to go for soap, which is going to stay longer. So it's just
one of the queries that I get a lot is because you use the glove and the bar, because cross contamination.
Mm-hmm.
you wash the glove like you would wash any other glove and you wash the bar down like
Groomers should be disinfecting
anyway.
they use anyway.
Yeah.
Let alone the combs and the brushes they use in between dogs. That should be something.
Yes.
That should be part of training. And then in busy salons, it's okay if you're a big salon because you can have multiple brushes. You can have one, being treated or in a disinfecting unit while you're doing it. So, the gloves, you can get gloves and have more than one gloves. You could have one sitting in
of course. And
a bucket of Napisan if you wanted to.
Of course, yes.
What's the other one? What's the other disinfectant you can get that's okay? You can use it around children. I can't remember what it's called now.
Well, there's Epsom salts. You can use them.
Well, is it Flora? A lot of groomers use the Flora. There's a Flora in crafts. So the stallings, there's a Flora stall in crafts is always rammed. And pet professionals. So there's always a way around. But they're good questions to ask, though. That is a good question. Of course. Because people don't want to invest. I think the thing with groomers, right? And I'm speaking for myself because but I have bought into products before. There was a product that came out before, which was a detangling product. I shan't mention it, but it smelled of marshmallows. As long as every groomer out there is going to know exactly what it was on about. And everybody raved about it. They sold out in Crust the first time they brought it in, and it's talked about in grooming circles for ages and ages. You don't hear about it anymore. For me personally, it didn't do what I wanted it to do for my business. I prefer a more natural approach. So. But I bought it because I bought into this chaos that came, with everyone must have this product. And I don't think it wasn't bad, but it didn't do what I wanted. And my expectations were set so high, so I understand that reluctancy for anybody to buy into a new product.
Of course.
Else. So it's good to ask the questions. And I like that. What other kind of questions do you get asked about the product, Alex?
Well, the main one is it's soap. That's what, and all I can say is try it.
Well, I don't think it is soap. I think it's more a shampoo bar.
Well, this is the thing. I know it's a shampoo bar, but when people initially see it,
they go to soap.
They go to soap.
And there was a product, and if I could remember it, I would say it because I don't mind. But it was being sold exclusively at the time in Leicestershire. In Caldwell, there's a company there that sell grooming supplies. I'm looking at this, I'm trying to think what it's called. I can't remember. And they sold a black soap bar for black coated dogs.
Right.
And the difference in that, in comparison to the difference in your shampoo bar, is that soap bar almost went. When you get sludge, it's like sticky sludge. Yeah. Which hasn't happened when I've used your bar on Ira. So.
That there, I've just pulled out of this glove now, is my demo one. I used that at the Spring Fair in the NEC 3 weeks ago. And all I did with that was pat it down with a towel.
The shelf life is better on them as well. Yeah. I think there's a lot of difference between a soap bar because of the products in the soap. There's a lot of fatty types in them. Even if they're natural, compared to having the shampoo bar that you've got, because you haven't got those other products. There are really good products in there. So I just think, I was watching you, I literally from me, and I'm like, and then when you said to me, I was completely natural, I was like, no, it's not. It can't. Yeah. You're like, hang on a second, legislation doesn't apply to the bars. So it's like, oh, okay. So then you got me. That was when I was more interested.
Yeah.
It's also a good product to upsell with, and I don't think that you do that justice enough, Alex. I think you miss the point that the groomers here can make some money.
Yes.
So if they're going to do retail, and obviously they want to have a markup, so that markup must be, but they're going to earn money from that.
Bear with me just 2 ticks. I'll just go back quickly. The groomers will use the bar.
Yep. The owners
use the little cute paws, and you can buy those. Obviously, you buy them for around $2.93 or something that comes out, but you sell them for $6. It's 100% markup. They come with the bag, they come with the glove, and they're very cute. Children love them. Everyone loves them.
The thing is, customers, if they're especially if you're using a savvy platform for using the booking software. Okay, I used to do this. If you got the pet birthdays, just for the Savvy Tan product. If you've got a Savvy Pet Spot account and you put the pet birthday in the pet birthday field, you can have Savvy send the customer over a happy birthday message. Okay, perfect. But if you set I call it a dummy account, you set the dummy account as a service. So set the service as birthday reminder, and you put that in 2 weeks before you know that pet's birthday's coming up. You can remind yourself to reach out to that customer and say, hey, would you like to buy a nice soap bar for your dog? Would you like to buy a treat box for your dog? Would you like to buy a soap bar, bandana, and some, whatever, balm for your dog? So you can upsell to that customer for their up-and-coming pet's birthday.
And thank you for mentioning that.
If you're savvy about it.
Thank you for mentioning that, because we have a lot of groomers now that have a little shop within their within there. And also, as we have dog doctors now.
They don't even have to have a shop, though, Alex.
No, that's not the point. They can create their own little shop.
They can create their own little shop. It's not even a shop. They're just that customer for birthdays and Christmases. We used to sell Valentine bandanas to our customers. I used to get them from Jo Pritchard, right? Who I recommend. She's coming on here soon. And I would sell them to my customers. I used to make a fortune.
Yeah.
So
it's a no-brainer. If you're going to use this, it's a no-brainer. You use this, you tell the mums and dads who drop their doggies off, you say, here's a birthday gift, or here's one to use if you're going on holiday. Obviously, it comes in a little travel kit bag as well. And
they can send, from Savvy, they can send out emails to the customer saying, have you booked your summer holiday? You're staying here in the UK or traveling, in a vehicle to your holiday destination. How about you, take a soap bar with you? There's a lot you can do with it. Anyway, I'm conscious of time. So before because we could go on about this forever. So they could buy a pack. That's brilliant. Love that. And they can also upsell to their clients. That's brilliant. My next question to you is, what's next? What's next for Alex and Tilly and family?
Perfume.
Perfume. Can you do cologne?
Perfume. But I've been busy at Crufts, and we're busy. It's going really well. I'm very proud. But I need to go on a perfume course. I've tried to do it myself, but I'm not doing that. I need to go on a perfume course. As you know, I went to Egypt and I did a course there for humans, but it's different for dogs again because very different. So there
are certain essences you can't use for dogs.
Exactly. And to get the formulation right, it's not, when I say perfume, it's going to be loaded Tilly, that's what I want to call that thing. Loaded Tilly. But it's going to be more of a mist, I think, as in so perfume has more of a pungent, overwhelming smell.
You've got to be careful with the senses.
Exactly, because obviously, as you know, that's another thing that some people say. Some people say, it doesn't smell that much after a few.
You've got to activate it, that's why.
Yeah, you activate it. But also as well, to us, it smells, it's very gentle, it's beautiful. But to a dog, that smells like 500 times. Molly, my colleague, she knows when she's having it. It comes out of the drawer and she's like, well, she can smell you. We've got to be very cautious of that when I make a perfume. Because if you put something overpowering on that dog, it's just not good for them. And also there's certain scents.
Yeah, they're not
poisonous. They're poisonous.
They are. Yeah. Okay. So that'll be good. So before we end up, I always ask people the same question. Excuse me, I'm covered in bullseye and French hair. Is if you were going to had to be marooned on a desert island, okay, with a pet of your choice, okay, with a product and a tool of your choice, a grooming tool of your choice, what would you choose?
Well, Molly's not here, so so it would be Tilly.
Yep.
Tilly would be with me. Are we talking a grooming tool just for the dog or for me as well?
It's a grooming tool. You can make from that what you want.
Because if I'm on a desert island, it's going to be hot, and that helps with sunburn.
There's your product. Yep.
Yeah. Sunburns and burns and soreness, which Tilly would get as well from the hot sand for her paws.
Paws and nose. Don't want to get burned.
Sunburn.
Yeah.
And the tool, it would be one of the Tilly and family towels that I do.
Good call, love it.
There you go.
Love it. All right. Well, Alex, it's always a pleasure to chat to you. You're wonderful. I appreciate your time, and I can't wait to see you again soon.
Yes.
So enjoy all your events that are up and coming, and I probably will see you at Groomfest and then the Colin Taylor Show.
That's correct, you will.
All right. Take care.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Myself and the team hope you've enjoyed the podcast, and if so, leave us that elusive review via your podcast provider. And if you'd like to know more about Savvy and our booking software, visit us online at savvypetspa.com. Thanks for joining. Catch you next time.